everyone, it's Amelia on, and today is Fix It Friday. I'm going to show you how to restring a wind chime and also how to turn a fake flower holder or any really type of decor into a outdoor planter. So first thing we have is our wind chime. I have the stone wind chime, and it has like a little moth guy that hangs below it and also a butterfly. So the first thing you want to do is see where your pre-existing strings were, and they were through these two holes on mine, this one and this one. I already took them off because this is literally my fourth time filming this video because I accidentally keep hitting my touchpad. So first thing you're going to do is you are going to get some twine, and I'm just using about 2 feet of twine, and you just string it through the holes. It's pretty simple. Unless you're me. I have restrung wind chimes before, I promise. If your thing is getting way too hairy, just stick it into some glue. Just a little tiny bit. Now, I would suggest getting a pretty sturdy piece of twine. This one I got from Dollar Tree, and it's not the sturdiest, but it will work for what I need it right now. And I'm going to show you how to make it a little bit sturdy, if you have cheap twine. So you just string it through, pull it through, kind of make them the same length. Now, this had a really thin string on it. That's probably why it broke. I'll make them about the same length. And this one didn't have beads on it before, but I'm going to string beads on it. I already have one on there. And I'm going to use a needle for the other one because it has kind of a smaller hole. So I'm just going to use a really big needle. Put it on my twine. Okay. And oops. Try not to break the wind chime. That would be totally awful. Okay, and once it is through, you want to start stringing your the rest of your parts together. This is a simple one. Basically, you just follow how they were strung before. I mean, this one is a nice one to show because it's simple and you kind of get the gist of it. And you kind of want to tie these. I'm going to tie just a little bit above to help them move a little bit better. And I'm just tying this one at any length. Okay. And then I'm going to take this little string thing and fold it over. I'm going to take a little bit, of Elmer's glue, just a little tiny bit, probably a lot less than that, or like that much. And I'm going to twist these and just put the glue that little tiny tail to the main string. And then I'm going to take, I don't know if I can show this very well. I'm going to take this and move it all the ways down and cover that tail up that we had. Maybe. Just like that. Okie dokie. Okay, so you want to hold your guy up right now. Ah, looky there, it's almost perfect. This one's a little bit shorter, which is always good because you don't want them the same height. Okay. And my sneeze. Nope. Just kidding. Maybe. Again, if your thing's unfurling, take just a tad bit of glue and roll it on there. Put this one on there. And again, tie it above the actual little article. Or the little moth thing. Or whatever you have on your wind chime. Whoa. One more string. Okie dokie. And try to just get them to look as... Don't do that. Don't drop your wind chime. Don't do it. Okay, this one has a really little tail. But you do the same thing. You just take it, kind of put it up onto the main base. See how I'm folding that onto there? Like this. And you just roll it. And also get the knot a little bit. That will help secure it in the glue. You can use, I use Elmer's glue, which I know is like non-toxic, washable. But where I hang mine, there's not too much water. Like it's on inside my porch. Or it's like, you know, underneath my awning. So I'm not too worried about it. Okay. So after you get done, you have your wind chime. Isn't it pretty? Now, see how hairy these are? I really don't like that look. I like them being a little bit more not hairy. So you just take your glue, and I just use my fingers, but if you want to put gloves on, probably a good idea. It's non-toxic though. Elmer glue is non-toxic because it's for kids. And I literally just coat these in Elmer's glue. I'll show you. Okay, so we are working on this one. Again, you can use gloves if you want to, but this is washable glue and it's non-toxic, so I'm not too worried. See how much nicer that looks? You can just roll it, and this will also help sturdy it a little bit. Just, you get glue all over, or you get these hairy things all over you. Now you can do this before you string it if you want to, but I find I like doing it afterwards because then I can just hang it up and dry, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have to be working with sticky string. And you just roll it. See how much nicer that looks? Still a little hairy, but not bad. And if it's still too hairy, you just keep rolling it. And I even do the ones like up here a little bit between the guys. Not too much though. You don't want to, because you don't want them to stick together. You want that to be free flowing. That looks a lot better. Okay. Still kind of hairy, but it has that rustic look, but it's not like, I'll show you the other one side by side. Maybe. Try not to break my wind chime. See how much better that looks? This is one I've already done. This is one I haven't done yet. Looks a lot better. Plus it will help kind of keep your string together better. So I'm going to do this one now. Again, just a little bit of glue between your fingers. Wear gloves if you're not comfortable handling glue. Elmer's glue. I'm using Elmer's glue. Do not use any other kind of glue with your fingers. Only non-toxic school glue. If it's other glue, read the instructions. Do not use any other glue with your fingers. You might not be able to get them apart. So all I needed for this project was some beads, some twine, and a little bit of non-toxic school glue. And scissors, of course, but you need those for almost every project, so. Okay, this one's done now too. So let me show you the final product. Here's the little smiley guy, and I wanted them kind of long, so I did them both pretty long. And there's my butterflies. See them? And I have the beads on top, which I think helps tie it together with the little beaded hanger. So I think it turned out great. And I hope you enjoyed how to fix or restring a wind chime. Next thing we have is the duck. Now this one guy, I don't know where I got him. I think I got him at auction, and I noticed that his neck had been cracked. And I wanted to use him as a planter outside because I think it would be kind of cool to like paint him all crazy like almost. Okie dokie. So the first thing you want to do is with the you need a drill, the duck, paint brushes, tape. So the first thing you want to do is you want to put a piece of tape where you want to drill your, oh, and you also need like clear coat, if depending on the circumstance. So the first thing you want to put tape where you want to drill. This is a screwdriver, not a drill. Come on, Amy. And I think my drill's dead. I'm going to go charge it so I can actually do this. I'll be back. Okay, I am back several hours later because my drill is finally charged. So I already drilled one hole because I did this video yet again and I messed up. I'm really bad at that. My computer died actually. So I'm drilling my second hole right now. And you just want to do this very slowly. I already started the second hole just for the video. Let's get you down here. So you just want to do it very slowly, applying a little bit of pressure and really holding on to the duck or whatever you're drilling it to. Probably should not go that fast, just FYI. Okay, it's getting ready to go through. I also forgot to mention I always put a piece of tape on it. I really don't know if that helps it from cracking, but I've always done it that way when I'm doing ceramic and stone stuff, so. And just be prepared for it to go through because that's where a lot of the cracking happens. Hand's getting tired. It's almost through. Take a break. My arm's hurting. And half of it's blue because I started painting it, and I started painting it again in the last video, so you won't get to see much of it painted. it's going through. Finally, good God. Oh my God. Ooh, I almost cracked it. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that. Okay. So, sorry that took so long. I already, pre-drilled half of it. Can't believe it took that long. Okay, so you just peel the tape off. If you can. And you have a hole. Whoops, I didn't get all the tape off. Why do you not want to peel off? Okie dokie. So there is the other hole. So now I have two. 1, 2. Now if you are, there's still some tape on it. If you are planting plants that you don't have to be watering a lot, I would definitely drill more holes. Like, at least, I would drill like 2 more at least. But I'm planting succulents in mine, so I don't need a lot of holes because the water really doesn't soak in. Really, I probably could have not done without the holes, but I wanted to show you how to do them. Now, the inside, they do chip away a little bit, see? But not too bad. Plus, it's going to be filled with dirt, so, you know. Okay, then I painted this side to show you what color I'm painting. This is actually a turquoise blue. It looks really dark on camera, but it's not that dark at all. It's this blue, which looks dark too. It's turquoise, I promise. And then I painted a metallic gold beak on him. And I'm going to show you how to paint him. Now, whatever you're painting, whatever it is, ceramic, it can be a ceramic too. You just make sure you have a hollow out hole for your plant. I think this was like, I don't know if it was like a candy did. It looks like a planter, so I'm thinking maybe fake flowers was in it. This is not the right color. I have too good for colored ducks. Okay, so the key is when you're painting stuff that has details like molded into them, like the feathers, like this guy has feathers and like some like fine lines up here, is you want to paint them very thin. So I would thin layers. So I would suggest starting somewhere that's open, like down here, see how it's open, and start painting there first. That way you can have the thickest of the paint right there and feathering out from there. See, like going up his neck. And then I paint right over his eye because it's, oops, not on his beak though. Can't believe I did that. Carefully paint right here. Now you're probably thinking, why did you paint over his eye? It looks weird. He has no eye. I'll show you. In a few seconds. So you just paint really light coats. That way the details still come through, and you'll probably have to do 2 coats. I think that's what I had to do on the other side. And if there isn't like a defined line, like underneath this beak, you want to make one with your main paint. Really get into this. And you might want to wiggle your brush around a little bit just to get into all the little nooks and crannies. Now you're probably thinking, why is she painting her duck turquoise? Well, I thought it would look cool. Now before the paint's dried all the ways, since the eyes on my duck was like already glazed, only do this if they're already glazed. I just take my finger and voila, he has an eye. And you can do that several times. So yeah, so you just continue painting them, and then touch up. Like I got some on the beak, so I'm going to touch that up. Of course he's not done. I'm going to have to paint him a couple times. I'm using metallic gold to paint his beak, and my brush is, there we go. And also you want to do this in thin coats as well. See my husband pop his head in, I wonder what he wants. Very thin coats. And then I would also, on the beak, because it's really hard to get it thin without getting really streaky, just take your finger and rub it a little bit for the first coat at least. Just to get your base coat down. Because once you get your base coat down, the other paint will stick to it better. But anyways, if you want this, if this is going to be outside where it's really moisture or have a plant that has a lot of water in it, you want to spray it with a coat of polyurethane and or clear spray paint stuff. I think that's what it's called. I'm not 100% sure on that. Just don't quote me. But it's the clear spray paint you can get at Walmart for like $2 or $3. Spray it with this. I would suggest spraying all your outside stuff with that stuff because they keep them in good shape. And you want to spray, if it's really watery, you want to spray the bottom, the whole thing, and even the inside, because some of that is chipped away. And on mine, it's glazed, but like the places that chipped, you just don't want it to deteriorate, basically. So spray all that jazz, the whole thing, and that is how you create a planter out of something that has a cavity for a plant. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Sorry it took so long to drill the hole. I thought drilling halfway through first would have made it not take so long, but it didn't. Check out my blog at unorganizedcrazyperfection.weebly.com, and if you aren't subscribed, hit that red button down below where you can get more videos and more Fix It Fridays. And follow me at Twitter at unorganizedcp. Thank you for watching.